I have been using this ROG Strix RX TKL wireless deluxe for quite some time now, and I think the name is just too long, but as a keyboard it's a pretty interesting one. You do get a handful of accessories included in the box, like the user manual, the warranty card, a holographic sticker pack from ROG, a Type A to Type C ROG braided cable that comes with a USB A to C adapter, and my favorite accessory included here, which is the wrist pad, which feels awesome and it's really soft. As the name suggests, it's a TKL layout keyboard with wireless functionality, and on the top is your typical TKL layout, which means it's a 10 keyless layout without the numpad on the right side. And you get a ROG logo on the top right corner, which acts as the battery indicator as well. The top frame here is made out of aluminium, so it's cold to the touch and it does feel pretty premium, but the bottom half is made out of plastic. I believe this is so that the wireless functionality on the keyboard works better. On the top you have your 2.4 GHz dongle, and there's also a slot for it so you don't lose it. And in the middle you have your Type-C connection port, and right next to it is your toggle switch for the 3 modes of the keyboard, which is wired, Bluetooth and the 2.4 GHz mode. On the bottom you have the typical ROG design, and there's 5 non-slip feet over here with 2 adjustable feet to increase the height of the keyboard. The keycaps on here are made out of ABS plastic, but they have been laser engraved, so the legends on them are sharp and clear, and this also allows the RGB from the keyboard to shine through it nicely. They are sculpted and have a little bit of a curve to it, so it holds your fingers when you're typing and gaming. And you still get the larger control key that comes with all of the ROG keyboards. The switches here are the most interesting part that I want to highlight and cover in the video. I have the ROG RX Red optical mechanical switches here, but there's also a blue version if you like clicky switches. The ROG RX Reds have an actuation point of 1.5mm and a total travel of 4mm. It actuates at 40 grams and bottoms out at 55 grams. It has a smooth and linear feel which I like, and these switches also have a 100 million key press lifespan, which is way more than you need. It will last you for a lot of years. These RX switches use a pretty interesting design called the hollow square stem, which does not wobble and ensures all keystrokes are consistent on each of the 4 sides. The stem here has a central lighting design that illuminates all of the sides of the switch. This basically allows the RGB to pass through the switches equally and is diffused nicely on the keycaps. This can be seen on the keycaps here. Even on the sides with the keycaps laser imprinted on them, the RGB still shines through equally. Besides that, the 4 corner latches on the switches also secure the keycaps in place, and if you look into the switch, you can see the wobble-free X stabilizer inside, which is red in color. This stabilizer helps to ensure that the switch is stable when in use and has almost zero wobble to it. These ROG RX switches are definitely quite interesting to me, and they being optical switches, there's literally no latency from your key press to the input in the computer. And using this keyboard daily, I would say the switches here do live up to what ROG claims. It doesn't wobble and feels really stable and firm in hand when typing and gaming. The stabilizers included on the keyboard here are pretty weird. I'm not sure what to call them or how to call them, but they work fine with the RX switches here. Plus they do come pre-looped from the factory and they're pretty smooth and don't rattle out of the box. So no complaints from me on the stabilizers. And if you're curious how these RX optical mechanical switches sound like, this is the typing sound test. Honestly, at the end of the day, it's not your regular cherry style switch, but I can say that it has a lot going for it. I like that it's very stable, smooth, and it's really nice for gaming and typing, and it doesn't really have any downsides and sounds pretty good in my opinion. And if you're a fan of ROG's design and what they're doing, and you're looking for a wireless TKL keyboard with awesome functions, this is probably the keyboard you need. So if you're interested in this keyboard, links will be down in the description below, and if you want to read more about the switches, links will be there as well. And thanks to Asus ROG Malaysia for sending over this keyboard. And that wraps it up for this video, guys. Leave a like on the video if you like this review, dislike this video if you didn't like it, subscribe to my channel if you haven't. I have even more reviews coming very soon, and as always, thanks for watching. Goodbye, guys.